The topic we need to have a discussion today is health development and stability in Tunisia, a balancing act, made by Zhang Yiting 8207-438 and Yu Zhengwen 8206-902. Let's start with health. According to the WHO data, Tunisia's life expectancy at birth is 74.1 years, well above the regional average of 68.5 years. However, healthy life expectancy or HEAL is only 63.6 years. This 10.5 years gap means Tunisia spent over 1 decade living in disease or disability. Even more concerning, both life expectancy and health have declined slightly since 2000, a trend that reflects the recent burden of chronic disease and the impact of COVID-19. What is killing Tunisians? The leading causes are no-communicate disease, ischemic heart disease caused over 124 deaths per 100,000 in men and 114 in women. Stroke caused 22 deaths per 100,000 in men and 69 in women. Together, NCDs account for 56.9% of all deaths. The drivers of this burden are clear. 34% of adults have hypertension, 26% are obese, and 24% use tobacco. All three are worsened. Air pollution also plays a role. The PM 2.5 concentration in urban areas is over 4 times the WHO safe level, contributing to air pollution in mortality rates of 56 per 100,000. Despite these challenges, Tunisia's health system has notable strengths. 98 scaled birth attendance and 97% of DTP3 immunization. MMR rate is 34.6% in 100,000 persons. Also, there's some weakness about the decline physical and the next density in the brain, and health expenditure is only 6% of GDP, and the health system is struggling to cope with the dual burden of infectious and non-communicable disease. Now let's look at the development. Tunisia's HDI is 0.746, ranking the 105th globally and placing it in the high human development category. This reflects good health, education, and income. However, the HDI has a blind spot. It ignores environment impact. This is where the planetary pressure adjusted HDI matters. The PHDI applies a penalty based on per capita carbon oxygen emissions and material footprint, Tunisia's HDI drops from 0.731 to 0.704 when adjusted for penalty pressures. This fourth penalty, while modest compared to high-income nations, shows that Tunisia's development model still exceeds penalty boundaries. Per capita carbon oxygen emissions are about 2.6 metric tons, double the level needed to limit global warming to 1.57 degrees. The material point is also increasing.